Welcome, welcome, noble ones. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you, Nolan. Nolan, you muppet. What on earth are you doing, Nolan? Seriously, man. I can't leave the guy 1 second unsupervised because he's a muppet. Because I will be merciless. And one of my major lines of attack are the following. I'm absolutely fine when a movie is not supposed to be like it. It's not a documentary, fine. Therefore, we can give free artistic expression, right, to the movie maker, directors, special effect artists, so that they're not limited, am I right, by historical accuracy in order to be able to present and provide with an upgrade, something that looks better, right? And here's the problem though, when you're going to ditch historical accuracy to present a piece of armor or costume that looks 50 times worse, then at that point, freaking do the historically accurate one, am I right? Of course, you're free to disagree and be wrong. You got a license for that awful armor. Oh yeah, I'm going to be pedantic, all right? I'm going to be absolutely monstrously pedantic today. I'll tell you this much, though. I am impressed that Odysseus, or whoever it is that they are representing, that any of the Greek or Mycenaean heroes isn't a black woman. That I'm really impressed with. Like, I couldn't even believe it. I couldn't believe it. We're going to talk a little bit about Homer, because, of course, Homer is the one who wrote it. Everyone knows that. But what people might not know is that, in fact, I wouldn't be too annoying when it comes to exact, perfect historical accuracy of time period, when it comes to the Odyssey and any adaptation thereof, whether it be movies, documentaries, I'm going to be a little more, but in general, documentaries and theater, for that matter, or a video game, is because in reality, the Odyssey, yeah, it was written by Homer, right? In what era? The archaic era. In the archaic age, but it's not set at the time of Homer, it's set in the Mycenaean period. So there is a big difference between when it was written and when it was set. And while I think Homer did his best to set it in a period that felt accurate, and it is a lot of the times, but sometimes he slips, and there are situations when you kind of are cognizant of what makes an era that specific era within the framework of the ancient Greek history, you will notice things like he talks about elder councils of elders that are a thing that is contemporary to him, but he still speaks about it in period. Or another thing is the material culture. Like some of the things he says do sound like stuff that they would have used in the Mycenaean period, but other things he mentions or describes are in fact contemporary to Homer. So, should we be 1000% accurate in what we expect when it comes to any representation of the Odyssey? No, because even the author himself wasn't. Okay? With that being said, I mean, come on. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Please. Seriously. What you want from me? This is my nemesis. This is the Antichrist for me. So I look at what they did. What did they do? What did these guys do? So this is, of course, we're going to watch it at Universal Pictures, channel with 10 million subscribers, and they posted this, the Odyssey official trailer. Now, you know what's funny is that the system is lying to you right now, because you can see it has a long red bar at the bottom, which means I watched the whole thing. I didn't. I haven't got a clue why it's saying that, because I only clicked it to make sure it was the correct one, and then I paused. So what I'm gonna do is that we're gonna watch it smaller like this, not full screen, and I'm gonna remove the audio. But I'm going to put in the subtitles. That's actually a good idea. The following preview has been approved for appropriate audiences by the Motion Picture Association, Incorporate, MPA. Universal. I'm going to comment it. We've got a maze right in front of you, a labyrinth. All right, I'm going to pause already for... Oh, gosh. How can I know who the heck planted this spear? Because this spear is like 1.5 meters inside the sand. That took some, am I right? That took some crazy Some great. Do remember that even if we watch it first, I can't let the audio play, so we're gonna watch it in silence at that point, or I could just scream. I'm gonna let it play. We get like a 20 seconds in, then I pause it, I scream, I click it, watch another 20 seconds, I scream. Oh my God, goodness gracious. Oh goodness gracious. Is that 20 seconds? No, yes, that is 20 seconds. All right, so this is the big deal, guys. Now already this is a piece of cheap thin leather jerkin that we know. We know. I'm not even gonna but this. So you walk up to this Muppet and you see this from the back already. He's a clown. He's a clown already. But then as he turns around, let's go. Let's go. Turn around, turn around. Boom. How can you keep your face straight? That is so bad. How do you keep a straight face? Everyone has black leather. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Everyone, look. Every single soldier has got black wristbands. So this is even worse. Look at them. This is even worse than ancient Roman ones, because at least ancient Romans have brown leather. These guys, someone who was mass producing these for them, for the entirety of the Mycenaean army, I suppose, went through imagine having to dye everything black. Oh gosh, this guy. Let's continue, please, before I vomit. Before I vomit. What are you kneeling at? What are you kneeling at? The Space Elder. That's Matt for you. He's got good arms, though. I'll give him that. There's good muscles. Good muscles on those arms. Got a fortification. Nice ship. There on the ship. He's got, literally, on this man, I'm going to be so pedantic. He's got a light right on his face. Do you think it's like a torch? I wish we had like a separate... It's a beautiful shot, though. I like the fact that 90% of the shot is bluish, but then you get a little bit of orange here. The palette contrast is pretty nice. Also, I gotta say hi. They look like freaking Space Marines. Space Marines. Okay. The ships are shipping. From Christopher Nolan. Let me have a look at this. What have we got? We got a horse. Okay, you know what? I don't see stirrups. That is surprising. You know why it's surprising? Because it's accurate. We shouldn't have stirrups, of course, in this period of time. But usually I'm a little lenient when they do show stirrups, unfortunately, because it's like a movie. I was told that it's a matter of life insurance. So like in the movie industry, Hollywood, you have to have stirrups for your actors when you ride horses in order to get health insurance in case there is some kind of like they fall and they hurt themselves. It's like a requirement, which is why I do complain about it, because you shouldn't have stirrups in classical antiquity, right out of your mind. With that being said, I was like, make them green and remove them with a green screen. That's what I say usually. So do you think that's what they did here? Because I mean, the way he's sitting, and true horse riding, even in medieval horse riding, when you look at a medieval knight as they ride a horse, it looks like they're standing. I don't know if you ever noticed that. The way that he's sitting like he's riding a motorcycle is not exactly a coherent way to ride a horse, but I mean, that's very pedantic. I get it. And then again, there aren't stirrups, so it's okay for an ancient perspective. I don't mind that. That's that. But man, no stirrups. Wow. Okay. Like they are doing this, basically what you do in MMO RPGs. Like if you get hit with an axe on the throat, you just do this to your arm. And sometimes it's even invisible, isn't it? The freaking bands. So you go hit in the face. Draw your sword. Lovely. Oh, wow. Oh, that was cool. That was a giant, was it? Or a cyclop. I like that. I love the fact that it's got some mythology in it. I really like that. Okay, let's continue. 20 seconds, I know. It's difficult, guys. I'm trying. I'm trying to prevent myself. Undead? Are we getting undead? Oh, that's fun. That is cool. I'll give him that. I love that. If we are getting the undead, that's pretty nice. Historically accurate undead, I hope. And I actually mean it. Obviously, softcore prawn. I imagined it has to be a little bit. Otherwise. 2026, shot entirely with IMAX. All right, so let's get back to this, shall we? Let's get back to this monstrosity. And this. Like, look at him. Look at it. It's this. I told you. It's literally the Eldar. It's the Eldar for Warhammer 40k. That's what it is. Look at him. Or Eldari, I guess I need to say, cease and desist and whatnot. That's what it is. With a little bit of maybe a chapter of Space Marine or so, but mostly it's an Eldar. Yeah, but what can you do? Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. It's him. Look. Look at the... If on Facebook you look for Hellenic armors, you will find, in my opinion, one of the best craftsmen when it comes to this. I think he's Greek, by the way. And yeah, let me show you the armor that Nolan could have had in the movie. Get ready, guys, because, yeah, this is going to be credible. In fact, we should check... Oh my gosh, look at that plate of bronze. Whew. And that's nice. That's nice. Did you notice that the bronze that is mostly using, not always, but the bronze that he's using looks dull gold? That is because in period, that's probably a lot of the weapons and armor, they would have looked like that. I have a dedicated video on the actual chromatic look of bronze because it has multiple possibilities depending on the constituents. This is the Dendra armor. And again, this would be period accurate. But to be fair, I wouldn't put the actor into this. Okay? I wouldn't. However, something like this, absolutely. I think it looks phenomenal. Let me see if we can find... Oh my gosh. Look at this. Could you imagine glittering, the bronze glittering in the sun? By the way, like the ancient Greek sources tell us it did. Not matte black. Bronze glittering not only in the sun before the battle, but we are also told in ancient Greek literature that their bronze polished helmets would glitter in the moon. Under the moon. At night. That's what we're told. Let's go, let's go. You know what? I'm gonna... Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Look at this. Look at this. Gosh. That's not... These are not heroes. I don't know what is. Website. Because he's got some beautiful pictures. There we go, found him. Look at this. There he is, the guy... Banner, please. Mycenaean. Let's go Mycenaean, right? Like, we want to be accurate. Can you imagine if the actor was in this? Can I click it? Can I click it? Could you imagine? Like when he turns around, I'm going to do the movie scene. I'm going to do it, guys. Let me see if there is a picture from the back. This is from the back, isn't it? Like he's from the back, you see this. And then he slowly turns around. And you see all of this as it glitters in the sun. And the guy turns around to face you like this exactly. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's like a human god among men. And he could have done it. Nolan could have had this for freaking Agamemnon. Menelaus. I don't know how to read it in English, for crying out loud. Or if you're like, I don't know if this is my favorite, fine. We'll find one. I'll find you one. Even this one, I think looks incredible to me. Even this one with the horns, I think they're awesome. And maybe you could say, yeah, but the movie director is not into the horns. Fine, remove the freaking horns. Leave everything else though. So there are a lot of different patterns once again, from the back, you see this with his hair long almost as mine. You see this, and then he turns around with the music and the shot. And, you know, the armor actually looks, it looks incredible. This actually looks, yeah, it looks a lot more comfortable than the Dendra. That's why I'm saying, like, I get it, why I personally wouldn't have suggested Dendra, even though it's fascinating as a design, this one, I personally wouldn't suggest it. But this, even this one with the 4 horns, holy moly, look at this. Again, you see him from the back, you approach, you see this, then he turns around. Oh my gosh, looks like a freaking Knights of the Zodiac, Saint Seiya, almost. Then he looks at you like this. You can still see the face, the face of the expensive actor, because all of this armor didn't cover the face anyways. Bronze Age armor, guys, is phenomenal. I have to say, before we get to this level of craftsmanship again, you gotta wait to the Middle Ages. In fact, late Middle Ages. Before we get to this level of incredible craftsmanship. And even the Romans didn't do this, and I'm a Rome fanboy. And the Romans have some incredibly elaborate armors. In fact, when it comes to the muscle cuirass, the Romans were more decorative. So if you see like a breastplate, a musculata armor, and it has a lot of stuff in it, then it's Roman, because the Greeks kept those a little more on the plain side usually. But this, to me, it's even superior than Roman. Even some of the best that the Romans had to offer. It is just gorgeous. Now, so this is from the guy himself, the Hellenic Armors, and we read, this is a post of his. 2.5 months ago, I received an email. This is from a while ago. 2.5 months ago, I received an email from one of the main associates, very well-known professional Hollywood costume designer of Christopher Nolan, the producer of the new American movie Odyssey. The collaboration proposal was to do with the armor of the movie protagonists, as we refer to the Mycenaean era. They had seen my related work online and thought they should present the heroes in realistic armor. Unfortunately, there was no continuity in communication. The result is to once again use low-fidelity armor from the dressing room referring to the classic period. A unique opportunity for historical realism was lost. The email is there for any malicious doubters. And this is directly from him. Yeah. So, yeah, we could have had it, guys. It was this close. We could have had it. It is... To me, disagree if you want, but to me it's a missed opportunity for once. And you know what's crazy? When you go around Twitter, you see this. How? Like, this guy is getting millions of views. Good for him. I mean, I'm glad. It's, a few $100. Greek Darth Vader, 3 times better than historical accuracy. I mean, you gotta be joking for engagement at this point. So I do ask, how do you see this and think that this is better? You say smart guy. Yeah, I imagine he's doing it on purpose because he's getting Muppets like me triggered, and then I'm gonna quote it and he's gonna make more money, and at that point I'm like, good. Maybe, you know what, it would be amazing? If Dr. I don't know, whoever the heck you are, I'm gonna say it right now on stream for everyone to see. If this goes even more viral, because right now it's at what, 1 million maybe? Where is he? Oh, I thought, yeah, 2.9 million. There we go. So that's already probably with how, because he's a blue check, so he's gonna get paid. We get paid on X. But in my experience, 3 million views on X probably is gonna get a few $100s from it. But imagine this goes monumentally viral, and he gets like 100 million views, then makes a few $1,000s, and then he spends the money to order one of these, and then posts a picture requoting himself to be like, thanks guys. Ooh, that would be amazing. I seriously hope he does that. Because that would be fantastic, guys. That would be fantastic. But, or, even better, my post should go viral, So I can get this without destroying the financial security of my beautiful family. How about that? How about that? But yeah, that was the first part of the stream where we talked about Nolan. Let me close the tabs that I don't need anymore. What is this saying? Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey trailer is absolute cinema. Is it now? Universal Pictures has released the first official trailer for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, and Nolan's head, "We have never been so back." What? How? I feel like I live in an alternative reality, guys. When you uglify something, it's considered better. I feel like I stepped into a portal that took me into this land of complete madness. In his follow-up to Academy Award-winning Oppenheimer, Nolan adapts Homer's Greek epic with an all-star cast. Matt Damon. Every time I pronounce this name, by the way, Damon, I feel like I'm saying demon with a southern accent from America, like somewhere in Alabama or Tennessee. Matt Damon plays Odysseus, the king of Ithaca. Yeah, in Greek it's Ithaki, for those who are interested. He is one of the 10 of thousands of Greeks who fought in the Trojan War, which I do believe happened, by the way. I had a little bit of a clash with a creator once. Not really a crash, but I think it happened. It's his ruse of the Trojan horse that finally breached the walls of Troy and puts an end to the decade-long siege. No idea what he's on about. And yeah, of course, Odyssey's journey quickly goes awry. Oh, yeah, so you're explaining freaking Odyssey. Okay, we didn't skip class. Between sweeping shots of the ocean, teasers of the Trojan horse sequence, and riveting storm sequences that leave Damon in bedraggled wet cat mode. Who the heck? The trailer is a visual feast. Now, I'll give him that. There were some nice things. I loved the undead. I loved the Cyclops. And the shipwreck, like, storm scenes did look pretty nice. So I'll give him that. Yeah. And he says, and don't even get me started on the stirring score. My ears can only get so pumped. I don't know, man. You're giving man, woman, whatever you are or identify as, you are giving him, I think, too much credit. And I will be a hateful bigot against inaccurate armor. I am, if there is one thing that I am absolutely derogatory, intolerant towards, in fact, it is a form of phobia. It really is a form of phobia. I am afraid, in the literal sense, of this. In a way, well, I don't know, because to be a phobia, it needs to be rational. I think it's very rational. But I am a costume armor phobe. Absolutely. Yes, that's me. And with that being said, that concludes the sections about the Odyssey for now. I might rant about it later a little more. But how about we jump to the next topic? And before we do that, by the way, I've got some names for you today. I've got some names, my friends. I have got some names. But before we do that,